Hi! Hello everyone, this is Aegon of Astora, and welcome back to my blind playthrough of Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree. This is episode number 2 being recorded on Saturday, August 3rd, 2024. I hope you're all having a fantastic day whenever it is you find yourself watching this. Okay, at the end of the previous episode we ran into a dead end, so we need to now figure out where the heck we're going. Of course, all the bloodstains here with that friend patrolling. Not terribly surprising. So yeah, no idea where we need to go, but obviously there's much more to this area than what we explored in the previous episode, so let's try and figure that out. So this is a fairly obvious path that we missed previously. Again, I've not fully adjusted still to the fact that this game has an actual sort of fleshed out platforming mechanic. Because of course the platforming in Souls games up to Elden Ring hadn't really been developed extremely well. So yeah, I don't always think about the vertical dimension of the level design in the way that I'm perhaps being expected to now. Although, not really sure where to go from here. So as I mentioned, it's been a week. I do have some notes of things to talk about from my sort of review of the footage up to this point. I've reviewed all the footage up until where we currently are. Where are we? The Tower Settlement. So I've not gone any further than this. Oh, I forgot about this friend. Okay. I believe that way was where we dealt with that invader. Okay, so we need to go here, presumably. But yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to discuss those items in this episode or if I'm going to save them for the next episode. So I have some more thoughts, some more fleshed out thoughts on the things that I just sort of brought up in the previous episode without really going into any detail about them, because obviously I wasn't prepared to talk about it. They were things that just sort of came to me in the moment. And one of those things was about the movie Us and its potential sort of significance for helping us understand what's going on in this game. And the other thing was I had a question about, I wonder what an arborist, that is someone who studies trees, would have to say when looking at the Shadow tree. And so those are things. So yeah, really not, I thought that the vertical dimension there was going to help us progress in the level, but I don't know that it did. It just seemed like there were some extra items up there. So anyways. I mentioned that I would like to see... Ouch! I would like to speak to an arborist, because I think they would have some interesting things to say about the Shadow tree and what it looks like. And so, yeah, I looked up some stuff and try and get a sense of what sort of stuff it... Oh, that's a jumping attack, silly Aegon. What sort of stuff an arborist might actually be looking at? Gosh, need to create some more distance. I'm dead. Oh. Underestimating these large shadow friends at my own peril. And that is, looked up something called the visual tree assessment method. Basically, what sort of stuff do arborists look for when they're visually inspecting a tree? Okay, well played. Okay, we've already dealt with all these friends, right? This is the first site of grace of the area, is it not? Again, apologies, I'm a little bit lost. Yeah, we've already unlocked this site of grace. Of course we have. Okay, so I've just been backtracking here. Anyways, yeah, so stay tuned for the next episode when we'll talk a little bit about visual tree assessments we'll conduct. You know, because obviously I am not an arborist, to be clear. I'm a social scientist, so we'll go back and conduct a visual tree assessment to the best of my... Oh yeah, there was a door with a key required down here. All this is coming back to me slowly. We'll conduct a visual tree assessment on the scatter tree and see what we might be able to learn about it. I'm not sure that we'll be able to learn all that much, but I think it will provide an interesting sort of exercise for thinking about the scatter tree and also thinking about, you know, in our world, what sort of stuff arborists are looking for when inspecting a tree and why they're looking for those things. But yeah, until then, I think we're just walking in circles here. But I did just want to make sure that we've not missed anything here, and it does not look like we have. Okay. We appear to have found the way forward. Sorry, friend. Oh, that was a dastardly ambush that I just Mr. Magoo'd my way past. Oh, thanks for the rating, friends. These friends. They look like insects of some description. Which, not always my favorite things to encounter in a FromSoft game, because they're usually frightening. Got a rare item shiny here. Storeroom key. I wonder if that... A key with a spiral engraving opens the door to the storeroom on the second floor of Belurat the Tower settlement. So that won't open the one in that well, but that should open the door next to this site of grace that we recently rested at. Use everything at my disposal here. Because I'm not doing well. Oh, okay. That's, do we have to run and jump here? Nice. I would not have figured that out on my own, so I gotta make sure I rate that message. Is not a well-executed ambush. To be fair, the message obviously... Ah, and there's the key to the depths. Very nice. The message obviously tipped me off there, but... A crude, corroded key opens the iron grating at the bottom of the well in Belurat, the tower settlement. I can't say that for some reason. Where is this going to spit us out? Right near the site of grace. Yeah, indeed. Okay. Okay. I don't feel so incompetent anymore. When I stopped the previous recording session, because obviously ran out of time last week, I was like, I feel like I have no idea where I'm going and what I'm doing. But of course, in time, these things come back to you when it comes to playing a Souls game. We have to rate this message. Throwing dagger. And yeah, because obviously don't have as much spare time as I used to, so I just have to sort of get used to the start and stop nature of how I need to play now. Yeah, good one. Typically I try to go up before I go down. Oh gosh, I can hear something crawling around. Oh yeah. There are those insect things. Somewhat reminiscent. And not really, but like... The reason I'm so wary of insects in FromSoft games is just thinking back to the Ashes of Ariandel DLC. Dark Souls 3. There was that room where there's just tons of insects just flying around, and you know, prior to that I actually did not, you know, my setup didn't allow me to use headphones, so I played with very little sound. But for that DLC, I don't know if it was for that DLC in particular or like I had only just recently started using headphones. Walking through this one room in that DLC where there's just tons of insects sort of flying around after you. Yeah, it did things to me viscerally. I just felt the shudder. Even just thinking back to it, a shudder sort of runs down my spine. Oh, that's a massive, massive scorpion spider. Although I think we've already seen one of these. Let's see if we can poison it. Oh, okay. Scorpion spiders, I too can play at that game. Ha ha ha. Well played, friend. We're gonna have to pick up, or rather use... Give me them boluses, please. Thank you. Okay, well that helps. I always appreciate a good way to trap these friends. Oh, gosh darn it. The scorpion spider is too smart for that. Ouch, that really hurts. Okay, we're gonna have very little Crimson Tears left. Jeez. When I saw the rare item shiny, I knew there was going to be some sort of ambush there, but yeah, I wasn't expecting that. I suppose I should have been expecting it. Bone bow. Okay. Oh, gosh darn you. No. No. Okay. I only triggered half of the ambush. No. Leave me alone. Okay. Let's exhaust our options before we proceed any further in that direction. Ooh. I think this will lead us back to the start of the area. If so, that would be absolutely tremendous. Indeed. Okay, that is brilliant. That FromSoft level design. Okay, so now we don't have many flasks left, but that's fine. I really need to sort out my spells. Off camera, I did equip. I figured we would just go with it and see, because I still don't know what it means for blood loss in vicinity to increase attack power. I have no idea what that means, but I'm going to assume it means it makes a bleed weapon more proficient. No, gosh darn it, so many insects. I hate insects. Okay. Gosh darn it. Okay, yeah, let's, before we go in those directions, because now that we know we can just go replenish our flasks, we might as well go try and deal with this second scorpion here. I really hope it's just the two of them. Yeah, I don't feel at all bad about this. Oh. Oh, okay. I didn't think you could get it. Get out. Okay. Whew. Thank goodness. What the heck happened in this room? This is presumably some sort of, yeah, spiral staircase, but huge part of the staircase has been destroyed. Oh, okay, so can't go up. We'll presumably be able to access the top of the stairs and get that item later on. Okay, we have no choice but to proceed. Either down to deal with the bugs, up to deal with the flying friends. Let's go down first in the other direction. Ugh. But then if I go down there, how do we get back up? Okay, I'm walking in circles. We might as well jump down and just deal with those friends down there. Or do we want to deal with the bird friends up here? Huh. Yeah, let's deal with the bird friends first. Frame rate just dropped. That was in the gameplay and not in the recordings, just so you're aware. These are not the brightest enemies. And I'm more than happy to exploit that. Using Ghost Flame, it seems. Oh, ooh. Get wrecked. Smithing Stone level 3. We have quite a few smithing stones at this point. Flight Pinion. Pretty sure we've got that before. Yeah. Ooh. Get wrecked. I'd like to say I did that on purpose. I didn't, but I'll take it. Not above that. Wonder if that's because we hit it in the head while it was charging? Another ring attack. Okay, that's the beginning of the area down there. His friend is holding a pot on his head, because why not? Oh, didn't mean to use a poison arrow there, but I'll take it. Is a boulder gonna run through here or something? Too paranoid. Golden Horn Tender, I can speak. Revered Spirit Ash. So this one is old currency used by Hornsent, made by coating spiral horns with silver. These trinkets were once symbolic of society's upper echelons, and this one is once bestowed upon inquisitors as an honor. Okay, I can hear... Oh, gosh darn it. Okay. It's a slightly different one than the other knight we were dealing with earlier. This one has 2, so we've still not gone down there. We will need to go down there. Need to remember. We still need to deal with the bugs. Oh, shoot. This guy's gonna kill us for sure. Oh, I should have seen that coming. Oh, come on. Oh, gosh darn it, I knew it. All right, you know, again, I figured that was going to happen, but I got a bit greedy and paid for it, so. Oh, leave me alone. Scorpion spiders. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I deserve that. I'm pretty sure I picked up the runes, but gosh darn it. Oh, you know what? We have those keys. Okay. I want to pick up the runes. We have those keys we need to use still. But yeah, let's go pick up our runes first. Then we'll use the keys. Thankfully, these birds are dumb as doorknobs. Just... Yep. Strong when you try to run by them. You're not giving them credit, but yeah. Oh yeah, so if you hit them while they're flying, that's sort of like an interrupt. That hurts. I deserve that, you might say. Oh no. Okay, that was really silly of me. Gosh darn it. I should not have been trying to be fancy there. Gosh darn it. Okay. Let's see if we can salvage this. We just have to make our way back to the start of the area. Not sure I know how to do that, though. Okay, this is not the start of the area, but we can now go check that door, I suppose. Let's see. Okay, there's an NPC in here. That's a cool mask. So this person is afflicted with whatever is going on with all these horns in here. It's either... Yeah, maybe I won't speculate. Hi, friend.
Who art thou, stranger? By the look of thee, another of Mesmer's peons, methinks. Tell me, does thy kind never weary grow? How do these old bones fascinate thee yet? Our lands were by thy kind set aflame, our tower by thy kind veiled in shadow. Thou camest, robbing us of all, spoiling all. Have ye not basked in these deeds long enough? Listen, progeny of the wanton's trumpet. For thy sins thou shalt have thy recompense. The sacred beast shall unleash its ire. Till then, with this old hag, do what thou wilt, for all the good it'll do thee in the end.
Okay, so she thinks we're obviously one of Mesmer's peons. And yeah, so we've not learned a lot of new stuff, but just more sort of reinforcing that Mesmer's responsible for burning a lot of the stuff in this world, and according to this friend, shrouding the land and shrouding the tower in shadow. Because my thought process was the shadow, in the shadowy nature of the Shadow Realm, was tied to things in the lands between, but maybe there's something else. Okay, so the Shadow Realm, the lands between, and then like the realm of the outer gods. So the lands between is the land in between that of the sort of dimension of the outer gods, the lands between the Shadow Realm. I don't know, I'm just thinking out loud, but just trying to think of how all these different worlds relate to one another.
For what reason dost thou falter, villain? Inept thy sordid work with fullest pride. Else tuck away thy tail and leave for good, loathsome issue of the rotten strumpet. Begone. These lands were ours since times of old. Begone. These lands were...
Okay. Sorry, friend. I'm certainly not... I'm no ally to colonialism, believe you me, but I'm not really sure how I can help you. But I will keep you in mind as we proceed through this land that has been yours since times of old. Okay, so this leads back down onto the street. Okay, I think I know where we're going now. Oh. Okay, that's bad. To just keep going to the site of grace. Which is where? Oh, or we could go to the other locked door. Let's go to the other locked door. Hope those friends don't chase us. Sorry. Okay, this is going to be poison. Poisonous, I should say. Yep. Okay. Why is it always poison? Why is it... Why is it always I fail? By the way, still no introspection. Okay, we're gonna need some boluses. We're gonna need to craft some more of those as well. Obviously, we don't want to roll, because then we'll just cover ourselves in poison and make things worse. Oh, here come all the insects, because of course. Oh, we're going to lose all 140,000 of those runes. Just spamming R1. Yeah, maybe this is not the best idea. Yeah, let's come back here. Leave me alone, friend, please. Oh no. Yes. Okay, I'll take it. That works for me. We finally made our way back. Okay. All of that so that we didn't have to fight the birds again. Don't know that it was worth it. And now we're gonna, after all of that, we're just gonna die to the same guy again anyway. Uh-oh. Oh. Okay. Pot friend teleported. No idea where he went though. Okay. Here we go. We're dead. Okay, I gotta get a lot better at fighting those friends. Amazing that they're so strong and they only yield something like 5,600 runes. And also that they are infinite respawns. This has got to be the top of that staircase. Okay. Or is it not? No, this is a different place. Oh, gosh darn it. Poison. So I assume you come at this place from another direction, hence that message about a surprise attack, which would have been for that insect that was waiting there, because it seemed like we sprung a surprise attack on them as opposed to the other way around. But, you know. Okay. Sorry, friend. Okay, there's bound to be some sort of ambush here. I only have 3 charges in our flask. Typically, I would not bother those who are just minding their own business and worshipping things, but reasonably certain that we're all going to attack us anyway. Ouch! Oh my goodness, that really hurts, that ring attack. Okay. This is going to be another Erdtree thing. Yeah, Revered Spirit Ash, okay. I can hear someone walking around. Is this going to be a boss or something? No. At least not yet. Yeah, this is the top of that staircase, okay. And there's one spider friend and the other one. Let's leave them be. Let them do their thing. And head up top. Oh no, another one of these. We had a fair bit of trouble with this friend, if I recall correctly, in the open world area. Oh, yeah, I'm dead. Oh. Yeah, we're dead. Let's run. Didn't know I was crouched. I was running while I was running so slow. Hey, come on, come on, come on. I knew it. Thank you, iframes. We did it. Oh my goodness. Okay, that was very, very close. Wow. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we still need to go deal with the two sort of lower areas. Where does that friend even come from? Is he just right here? Yeah, there he is. Okay. So before we proceed ahead, I should just say before we proceed, because we can't proceed back. Before we proceed, yeah, we need to go deal with those two low-lying areas. Oh, I'm dead. Ooh. So in order to equip that Lord of Blood talisman, I unequipped the green turtle shell. Which, yeah. I've not been doing very well managing my stamina since then, so. Okay, so in order to get at those two low-lying areas, I think one is near the sort of mid-level site of grace, and the other one is near the bottom. So let's start at the small private altar. Okay. I do not remember where that one area was. And I'm feeling very silly about that at the moment. Okay, I found it. It's not here. You can hear the pitter-patter of their little feet. Oh, gosh darn it, it's the scorpion spiders, of course. Oh, did we go in here? I don't know that we did. These friends are essentially, I don't remember the character's name, but the pod racing person who like owned Anakin Skywalker in Star Wars: The Phantom Menace. That's these friends here. There's some much larger dead insects here as well. It's like a cocoon or a carapace or something. I'm not sure if I said that word correctly or if I'm using it in the correct context, but... Okay, that's sad. Okay, sorry friend, sorry about your loss. That's terrible. Seems very upset. It's another one of Mikola's footprints, so to speak. I abandoned here my arm sinistral. So, his left arm. So I think, at least I know in Italian, I'm thinking back, I went to Italy in 2008, so it's been a long, long time. Destra, I think, was right, and sinistra was left. So he's abandoning his left arm here. Yeah, this is precisely the location we were looking for. Dried bouquet. A quaint bouquet of dried flowers offered to a small grave raises attack power when a spirit you have summoned dies. The sorrow that flows from the untimely demise of a loved one is a tenderness shared by all, regardless of birthplace. When a spirit you have summoned, so I assume that's in reference to spirit ashes and not players. But if it is either way, it's a, you know, if you're summoning someone, you likely don't have this sort of quick fingers and skills, and maybe that's a unfair assumption on my part, but I was thinking that's the type of talisman that you would want to have equipped, not all the time, but only when the situation specifically calls for it. So you summon your spirit, they die, and then you quickly equip that. In Dark Souls 1 we used to call that ring swapping or something like that. And people would parry someone, ring swap to equip a ring that increases critical hit, attack power, and it's like the most, I never had the skills, to be clear, to do anything like that, but I know that a lot of people in Dark Souls 1 did do that. They made it a lot more difficult in subsequent games to do stuff like that, because it just, the menus became a lot more clunky. Dark Souls 1 was peak in terms of like just having a quick, being able to navigate through the menus quickly for stuff like that. And again, apologies if you are lactose intolerant. But there's going to be a lot of cheese in this playthrough, so this is going to take a little while, though. So I'll see you all in a bit. Okay, I think this might be the last one we can actually hit from here. All right. I feel good about that. One thing I did want to do is see whether the Alluring Skull equivalents work here. I don't even remember what. Is it one of these? Where's Beasts? I don't even remember what the Alluring Skull item was. Or if we needed to craft it. I think we needed to craft it. See, I'm not sure what it means by Beasts. But yeah, let's give it a try. Oh no. That was really stupid. Fly mold. A species of fungus known for its deadly sweet stench. Material used for crafting items. Found by hunting manflies. They're manflies, hence that friend crying and whatnot. Cultivated using the flesh and blood of manflies. It can serve as pot innards. Okay, it does look like we missed one over here. Hi, friend. Oh. But other than that, I think we've probably taken care of all of them. Right, okay, so I was correct in that there's one around the corner here. And that we were likely going to come at this spot from the other direction, and indeed we did. Okay, so I'm not totally incompetent, just somewhat incompetent. Obviously, I rely a fair bit on cheese strats, but as I mentioned, I don't feel too bad about that. So there are a fair number of charred bodies here, and most, if not all, of these corpses appear to have those same protrusions coming out of the skull, those horns. So, yeah, I'm not clear on whether that's the same affliction that we see in the Omen, or if that's something different. Again, dead giveaway that I've probably stopped the recording and started the recording again is my lantern shutting off randomly. So yeah, it's the Follow Me day again. Oh, stanching bowl, this is very nice. Glass shard. Oh, so that's it. I'm actually was expecting this to lead somewhere else, or to lead to something a bit more substantial than that. Apparently not. Okie dokes, fair enough. I probably should have just warped back to the site of grace. But I suppose it is just right here. Oh dear. That was really, really incredibly dumb. Oh, what was I thinking? I'm gonna blame the fresh recording session for that. Yeah, that's what we'll do. It's not at all my fault. Totally my fault, obviously. But, yeah, what can you do? And of course we had almost 200, or I think it was more than 200,000 runes on our person, so we're going to want to obviously pick those up, even though we're going to a completely separate site of grace, I believe. Oh yeah, we still have to go to that sewer segment with the poisonous stuff everywhere, so we're going to want to keep that in mind. I was thinking there's something I'm forgetting, and I think that was it. Oh, why are you shooting that person? Yes! Okay, I wonder if they're stuck down there now. So yeah, that's, I assume that was the thing in the base game as well, when it was an airborne enemy or friend, as soon as if they were flying and charging at you. You could very easily just sort of knock them out of the air. It's possible yeah, he's stuck down there. Okay, that's good. Good stuff. 220,000 runes. Very nice. Okay, so let's head back now. I believe it's to the Stagefront site of grace. Or wait, no. Yeah, it's the first site of grace. This is where we entered. I think this is open from the other side indeed, okay. So, in order to get to the well, we have to go this way. Ouch. There we are. Sorry, friends. Alright. Gosh darn it. This better be worth it, unlike the previous place, which was not even remotely worth it. Gross. Direct. Yeah, I have a feeling this is going to end very poorly. We also probably should have used our runes to level up. We're a bit short, but we could have just popped a couple runes. Just to add a couple more. We're going to need some more levels in Arcane, I think. Just to add some extra damage to our weapon. Alright. Let's run. White flesh mushroom. So, yeah, thus far, not worth it. Can we even get up here? No, of course not. Good one. Okay, there's a ladder heading up. So is that what this whole area is for, just to lead to that path? Do you see some additional items there? None of them appear to be rare items though, so I'm not sure how worth it is to pursue them. Or how worthwhile, I should say. Whoa, that was... friend came out of nowhere. You can see how they would very easily overwhelm one. I'm having a hard time telling the corpses apart from those that are still alive, and that's frightening. That's a frightening feeling. So you can see this one spitting worms of some description. Parasites, undoubtedly. Thankfully, the barrier is doing the work of grace. That was gross. Okay. We can breathe again for a second. Let's go see if there's any worthwhile items. Oh god. R1 spam. Oh no, of course there's one of these friends here. Gosh darn it. Nope. Okay, I'm scared. We want to make sure we take out all of these man flies first, whatever they're called, so that they're not sneaking up on us while we're fighting against big formidable knight. I was about to do that, but thank you. Okay. Okay. So they appear to have primordial crucible magic as well. Oh my goodness, okay. This is bad. We need to get on some solid ground here if we're going to stand any chance. Oh my goodness, okay. Yeah, I'm done with this friend. Oh. Whew. Okay. It couldn't possibly be worth it, could it, to fight this knight guy? Whatever it is that's over there couldn't be that good. That's what I'm going to tell myself. Oh, is this the shortcut exit? It is. Okay. Okay, so I don't feel so bad now about continuing to face this friend. Or so hopeless, I should say. Didn't really feel bad at any point, but oh, come on. I'm feeling poison is not going to be effective on them. Darn it. Don't think we deserve that, but I will take it. Ooh, Horned Warrior Sword. Okay, so maybe it was kind of worth it, because now we'll learn a little bit about them, hopefully. Curved Sword of the Horned Warriors, Keepers of the Tower. The ornamental tangled horns allow the blade to serve as a medium for horn calling. Unique skill, Horn Calling, invokes tangled horns to cover the weapon's blade. Drive the weapon into the ground, calling up a cluster of piercing horns. So that's precisely the attack they were using on us. Alright, that was pretty cool. Oh, of course. I will take those as always. Be wary of skill. Good advice. Presumably talking about that horned attack. There's an item shiny over there still. Okay, there is a rare item here at least. Oh, crud. Poison Hand. A glove stitched together from the flayed skin of the victims of a butcherous bloodbath. That sounds brutal. Afflicts target with deadly poison. Raises attack power when poisoning occurs in the vicinity. Forged of an unyielding black impulse toward revenge fostered in those who have had everything burned or stolen from them. These are the weapons of the utterly downtrodden. Unique skill, Poison Spear Hand Strike. Makes hand into the shape of a spear before unleashing a plunging stab that penetrates the body of an enemy. Afflicts foe with a large dose of deadly poison. So that's a weapon. I would have thought that was a... That's very interesting. I would have thought that that was a talisman. Just want to make sure, obviously, we've covered everything here before we move on. Okay, looks like we got everything. Certainly, if there is more stuff down here. They don't do a tremendous job of telegraphing it, but maybe I'm just frustratingly incurious. I don't know what the correct answer is, but, you know, might as well go back to the Site of Grace, or I think we need to go to the Stagefront site of Grace, so let's head there now. Might as well level up. Wow. This has definitely been an interesting area. Boss time, it looks like. So yeah, this friend also has the horns.
O horn-decked beast from higher sphere delivered, take root inside the tower's sculpted keepers, and perched within, we beg of thee, rise.
So this friend is from space. Higher sphere delivered. So it's a god that fell from the sky, seemingly. Whatever it is, beast.
Dance and kavod, cleanse all that know it. Cruelty, woe, and those who plague the tower. Cleanse away the strumpet's vile progeny.
No, it's frightening. I'm scared. Double set of teeth, because why not? Oh my goodness. Okay. Divine Beast Dancing Lion. This looks like something I've seen in a movie. Like some type of Japanese cultural thing. Sorry that I can't get more specific than that. Ouch. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Ouch. Ouch. Oh my goodness, that really hurts. Jeez Louise. We're gonna need some lightning damage negation for sure. Whoa, okay. There's frost as well. It's... Oh my goodness, okay. Maybe it's not so simple. Alrighty. So they do lightning and frost damage. Okay, we're looking a bit uglier, but that's going to be a bit better from a damage negation perspective. Yeah, let's give it a shot. Oh, who's this? Ah, Redmane Freya. Did say I wasn't going to summon anyone, so we'll leave it be. But, yeah. Oh, that was dreadful. I lost track of where I was. Not off to a good start. Forgot how to dodge. Oh my goodness. first phase is not terribly difficult, notwithstanding the fact that I've been doing terribly. It's the second phase when he starts using it. It starts using lightning. There it is. And then frost. That's when it becomes incredibly difficult. Oh my goodness. There it is. His friend hits like a truck and they're fast too. Oh, gosh darn it. Oh. And I'm not doing a great job dodging, to be sure, but they close the gap so quickly. Lost track of where I was. Ouch. I think the term I'm looking for in terms of the Japanese cultural influence here is kabuki theater. I don't know how accurate that is, but that's the term I'm looking for, I think. Ah, come on. Because it's like there are people underneath the robe playing a character. Terrible. It's so easy to lose track of where you are. Maybe I should not be locking on. Gosh darn it. And also I should be doing a better job of dodging easy attacks to dodge. Ugh. Oh, terrible. dreadful. I cannot see anything. Thinking about the Kabuki theater thing a little bit more, this site of grace is called Stagefront, which, yeah, totally makes sense that this would be a reference to Kabuki theater, but again, I'm not really sure. I don't really know all that much about Japanese culture, but I do pick up references here and there. So, back to getting our rear end handed to us. Yes! Oh. Oh my goodness, I didn't think I would ever beat that boss. I didn't think I could do it. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh. Okay, let's get out of this ugly armor. Oh, remembrance of the dancing lion. Oh. I had to make some serious sacrifices in terms of fashion souls in order to make that work, but oh, okay, my heart my heart is beating very fast. Oh, yeah. The key there, I think, at least with my build, is aggression, and I was just not being aggressive enough for the most part. And yeah, finally tweaked our setup and our build just to the point where we were doing just enough damage, stamina regen, all that. I just kept tweaking one thing here, one thing there, and then eventually, oh, that's kind of nice. We got to the point where, yeah, we were doing, I think, just enough damage. Oh, yeah, I need to catch my breath still. I'm like, I was clenching my jaw so hard there. Just because there were a couple of occasions where it really got away from me at the last second, and I just could not believe that I let it get away from me. So, yeah, wow. Okay. Because, you know, there were moments there where I was like, should I summon? Should I use some of those, the Erdtree fragments to boost the damage I'm doing? But yeah, resisted the temptation and kept at it, and finally, we did it. Oh, geez Louise. Okay, let's pick up this item. Divine Beast Head. Okay, so before we get started, before we start reading the item description, so I mentioned Kabuki Theater. You know, after being destroyed like 30 times or something like that, and obviously I knew at a certain point I was going to have to do a musical montage of some sort to make this episode watchable. So, you know, I wanted to add to that thought, the Kabuki Theater thought, and I wasn't ready to do it just yet until the boss fight was over. But now I'm also thinking, because obviously you can see during the boss fight there's multiple people under there. And so it made me think of Pinwheel in Dark Souls 1. Pinwheel, there were multiple people under that sort of sheet. Obviously, in lore terms, it's supposed to be a whole family that has been sort of grafted together because they were all dead, and the father wanted them to all be a happy family together. Again, quote-unquote happy family. So there's a lot of sort of necromancy and other things happening there. But that is also a reference to some sort of Japanese cultural tradition. And in this case, you know, I do think there's an influence of Kabuki Theater because of the mask is very much sort of an Oni mask, sort of a Japanese demon mask. But with the multiple people being under the sheet and it sort of being very reminiscent of a dragon in a way, even though it's explicitly described as a lion, you know, like just as I don't know much about Japanese cultural traditions, I just get references every now and then. That one was akin to me of there's a Chinese tradition of having, you know, one or more people inside of a dragon outfit or dragon costume, and they you know, walk around and stuff. And, you know, again, I don't really know much about the actual tradition I'm referencing, but I think that was a reference to that. So okay, without further ado, let's grab our 18,000 runes and have a rest. And yeah, I ran out of rune arcs, and I couldn't be arsed to farm anymore. So I created a restore point because no time. I'm sorry. I know it's a bit cheap, safe scummy and all that, but yeah, let's have a rest. Theater of the Divine Beast. Remembrance of the dancing lion hewn into the Erdtree. The power of its namesake can be unlocked by the finger reader. Alternatively, it can be used to gain a great bounty of runes, so it's still the finger reader that we're bringing this to. When the Impaler's army assailed the tower, the ritual of the lion dance was turned towards martial ends, its divinity, its fury, its light-footed beauty. Ritual headwear in the form of a divine beast's head, used to perform the lion dance, worn by the very finest of the sculpted keepers. Alas, it no longer responds to the old woman's earnest prayer. Divine invocation heightens intensity of the storm alongside strength and dexterity, but reduces the restorative effect of drinking from a flask of sacred tears. Focus is also troubled by wearing this headwear. So in other words, it reduces your FP or something, presumably. Let's see. Or maybe not. Maybe it reduces FP regeneration or something? I'm not sure. But it increases strength, dexterity, and obviously poise because it's armor with poise. So, very interesting. So, we do have that remembrance. So perhaps we should go back to the Roundtable Hold. Okay, so we have... That's the first time here we've had Guidance of Grace. So that's very interesting. We've not had any Guidance of Grace yet. So I'm going to assume that to get to this low-lying area over here, we need to probably go in this direction. However, I'm mindful of the fact that there was that mechanic having to do with the spirit springs, such that if you roll over a pile of rocks, you can reactivate a spirit spring. So I'm wondering whether it's possible I missed one such pile of rocks, but I feel like it would be a bit more obvious than that. But yeah, anyways, let's go back to the Roundtable Hold. So again, apologies that we're doing this in an endgame state, because, you know, I do wonder whether the NPCs in the Roundtable Hold would respond to you in any way, shape, or form. Respond to the fact that you're in the Shadow Realm and coming and going from there. But, you know, unfortunately, we just have no way of knowing in the context of this particular playthrough. But, hi, Fred. Hi, Henya. Oh, that's sad. So, raises potency of storms, a charm depicting the crazed, cavorting dance of the divine beast conducted at the Tower Festival. Raises potency of storms. Divine beasts are messengers of the heavens, and their rage mirrors the tumult of the skies, of which storms are the pinnacle. Divine Beast Frost Stomp, a skill which imitates the wrath of the divine beast's dance. Lift a leg up high and stamp it down with great force. Sends a powerful wave of frost straight out along the ground. Can be charged to increase power and range. Okay, and then any equipment, it does not look that way. Obviously, we already got the headpiece. So, no. Okay, thanks, Enya. Thanks, fingers. So, presumably that's it here. However, wondering whether it might be worth sort of just running around for a bit to see whether anything has changed here. Doesn't look like it has, though. You know, it's funny now thinking back to those comments I made in the first episode. I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that we're not going to need to level up ever in this playthrough. Like, I had no idea how... You know, obviously I asked Kevin whether I would regret using regret in the DLC playthrough, and he said basically no, that he's seen some people who are like level 200 struggling in the DLC. But yeah, I had no earthly idea how difficult it would be. I guess I ought to have known, really ought to have known, just given, you know, FromSoft. But yeah, my goodness. Absolutely ridiculous levels of difficulty. And, to be fair, they offer this solution, the scatter tree fragments, to, you want to increase your damage, go for it. But, like, as a way of allowing people to modulate the difficulty. But, yeah, I don't know. I feel very self-conscious about employing those sorts of tactics. Obviously not save scumming, because, of course, I would have run out of rune marks otherwise. But, yeah, anyways, let's head back to the Shadow Realm. And before we do anything else, I wanted to go speak again with Hornsent Grandam to see if she has anything to say. If I recall correctly, she is over here. She's fast asleep. I'm very sorry to wake you, friend, but to make sure you don't have any new dialogue. Oh dear, that's not good. Okay. She appears to be ill. Let's save quit and reload and see if anything changes. Okay. I guess we'll have to return to chat with her later. Okay, so I originally thought this was a door, but it looks like this is just an altar. Or is this the stage? I had assumed this entire arena was the stage. Obviously very interesting iconography here. They have these curtains that are braided for some reason. I'm not sure what's up with that. Very inconsistent frame rate in the DLC thus far, which, yeah, I've already mentioned I find a bit disappointing, but obviously it is what it is, and not a heck of a lot we can do about it. Okay, where is this going to lead now? Going up. Alright. So a very similar design of this door, or on this door I should say, as that which we found on the door leading to the boss fight just now. On the top we have some horn scent looking, I don't know, priests or something. And then the rest of the door just looks to be, you know, regular people. And then at the very bottom, yeah, not sure. Fascinating stuff, though. This veil do they explicitly describe it as a canopy? I'm not sure exactly how you would describe one of those things that you would have around a bed or on the top of a bed. And if I'm right about that canopy, then it is an explicit reference to the tree canopy, which is where this canopy begins, so it's a bit clever. But yeah, I'm not sure what it means, obviously. Still working all that out. Alright. Another one of these scattered or revered spirit ash. Those I'm less inclined to use than the Erdtree fragment. Or fragments, I should say. We'll see. Because if every boss is like that one, then yeah, we might need to adjust our damage a little bit. Oh, I don't know if I fixed my... Okay, I guess that's alright then. Introspection indeed. You see a massive spear there. I should use my... Oh, I was going to say I should use my bow so I can show you all what I'm pointing at. However... unequipped it for weight purposes during the boss fight. There's a little sort of spear there for some reason. Some sort of untextured or icy archway. And then on this side, obviously, we have the Shadow Tower, whatever the heck that's supposed to be. It does look very similar architecturally to the towers we found underground in the Shifra River Well. Especially that part where you ascend into Caelid. It looks very similar, but of course we're just looking at a shadow. So we're not really seeing any details, so I'm not sure to what extent that's actually true. But yeah, this place looks frightening. Oh, nice green trees over there. Very low quality tree models, of course, but we can get a closer look at whatever is leaking from the Erdtree. And this sort of Drang Lake-esque castle that it's at its base. Very interesting stuff. Ooh. O tower of ours, hidden in shadow, O lofty spiral piercing the heavens, lead him safely unto greater godhood, and in divinity grant our salvation. Okay, who are they granting unto greater godhood? Presumably Mesmer? Unless we are again dealing with this quest to make Miquella a god instead of just a demigod. Weird. They're like 3D ink blots. Tower of Shadow message. Message left by Needle Knight Leda, addressed to kindred spirits who also pursue Miquella's trail. The gate of divinity lies in the tower sealed by shadow. That is surely where kind Miquella is headed. We are no Empyreans, but we must locate the path that will lead us there. I will follow the crosses east. So, in other words, we came here too soon. So I wonder, is that an indication that maybe that boss fight was so difficult because we just came here too early? Yeah. Okay. Very interesting stuff. I want to say that that's going to be it for this episode. But maybe we should go to the next area first and then call it there. Yeah, let's do that. So, let's head back. First, let's head back to the main gate cross. See if our friends have anything new to say.
Welcome. You come often. You enjoy things. I like finding things. I like you.
Aw, I like you too, friend.
I like finding things. For you, Lady Leda, her allies, and the Forager brood. Things bring joy to all.
I suppose. It depends on your perspective on capitalism and consumption and all of that good stuff, because things don't necessarily bring joy, but, you know, who am I to disagree with good old Moore?
I like for you.
Okay.
Things.
Thanks, friend. Anything new? No. Okay, talk to you later.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye. What about you?
Righteous Tarnished. What brings you here? Oh, you must mean Samor. Samor is a kind and stalwart ally. He provisions our little outfit. Samor traffics with the Forager brood, his brethren, who collect supplies from all corners of the land. No doubt they find inspiration in his many virtues. These are not your foes, Tarnished. Should you spot any Forager brood, be sure to mind your manners.
Of course, friend, you don't need to tell me that. I do find it interesting that there are no, seemingly anyway, obviously it's possible we might yet to come across one, no nomadic merchants here.
Righteous Tarnished. What brings you here? Well, I'm much obliged. As suspected, kindly Mikola has visited the lands which hold the tower, and appears intent on wholly dispossessing himself of his flesh. He must be seeking entrance to the Tower of Shadow. Righteous Tarnished.
Nothing, I suppose. So, yeah, once again, we're seeing the theme of transhumanism. It's not really anything, or it's not really something I discussed in the context of the video essay. But yeah, transhumanism is another one of those themes that this game really touches on a lot, but hold that thought for just a second. Yeah, transhumanism. I messed up the quest line. And I'm just looking around here because I'm forgetting names. I messed up the quest line that sort of most directly touches on... I think she's dead, actually. That most directly touches on the theme of transhumanism. That being... oh gosh, darn it, what is her name? The Academy of Raya Lucaria. Our sorcery teacher. How have I forgotten her name already? Yeah, my apologies. So, yeah, I am aware that that is a theme in the game, even though I've not discussed it explicitly up to this point. But, do we still make... obviously, there was the whole thing with Ronnie being... her soul going into a miniature, her slaying her own flesh. So, yeah, there's a lot of transhumanism-related themes. Oh! Apologies, I'm all over the place here. We did not read the description for the bone bow. A crude short bow fashioned from sickly bone, a medium for spirit calling, and a product of the ancient hexing arts of the tower. Unique skill, rancor shot. Imbue arrows with vengeful spirits before firing off a barrage. Imbued arrows chase down foes as they cut through the air. Apologies, I realized during editing that I did not read that item description, so there you go. Hi friend, thank you for... is this the friend who left us the note? It is, I think. Or no. Who left us the note? Oh, it was Needle Knight Leda.
In battle, you can be sure I'll hold...
Oh, okay. So, it was a different friend. Do you have anything new to say?
I urge you, follow after Mikola as long as you abide.
No, okay. Okay, fair enough. But yes, transhumanism is a thing in this game, obviously. I don't really have anything more intelligible to say about it than that. So, before we proceed in this direction, did we want to see what is up here? Might as well, I suppose, because I don't believe we followed that path yet. Alrighty. Hi, friends. Oh. I thought they would be friendly for a second, but of course not. Very curious sort of weather patterns. When I say very curious, it's not unlike what we've seen thus far. Yeah, we're probably going to want to explore. There's a summoning thing here, so that suggests to me that there may be a boss. Oh, yeah, of course. Dragon here. Oh, come on. Oops. Did not mean to do that. Okay. So yeah, not unlike Aegon Lake in the main game. Okay. I mentioned in the first episode that I didn't want to... that there was no reason for me to have sort of arbitrary limits on the length of episodes. That I should just keep going until, you know, I'm satisfied that we've completed a particular chunk that makes sense as an episode. Okay, there are a lot of cages here. Where are these cages from? So they must have been thrown from here. Very strange. And then, in hindsight, there's a cave here. In hindsight, that's actually not true. And there is a very good reason for me to have arbitrary restrictions on the length of the episodes, and that is my PC sucks. And it often crashes while rendering. So, you know, the longer an episode is, the longer it takes to render, and the more time I spend or waste with my computer rendering stuff that doesn't end up actually rendering properly in the end anyway. So, for that reason, I initially actually recorded the first 2 episodes as a single episode, Belurat Gaol, and opted ultimately to actually split them into 2 episodes. So there's a bit of editing trickery with the exit greeting and the greeting for episode 2 for the current episode. But yeah, there you go. That's a little peek behind the curtain. So I am going to try and limit the episodes to 3 hours is what I'm trying to say. Which is why we're still going here, because I think the episode currently is at like 2:10 or something like that. Depends on how long the montage of me dying to the boss is. But yeah, we'll see. So I suppose we're just going to continue on, because again, during my blind playthrough, of the base game, there's a lot of criticism of my decision to sort of unlock places and then just leave them for later. So once we discover a place, might as well just go for it now. Otherwise, people might get upset. Frozen maggot. Frozen maggots that somehow continue to wriggle. Material used for crafting items. Mainly found in jails. The maggots develop in great jar innards and are an invaluable source of sustenance to the prisoners. So, I suppose that's the limit to a great jar. Or the sort of mortality element of a great jar. That they become reanimated with all the innards, but then eventually maggots start growing within. I don't know. I guess they decay like everything else. Oh, jeez Louise, that scared me, even though that message obviously hinted that that was going to happen. my stomach dropped as we were falling. So I've taken on some of the criticism, or tried to adjust my approach based on the criticism that was levied at me for my blind playthrough of the base game. But I do wonder whether FromSoft took on any of the sort of critiques of the game. And, I say that as though I've read any of the reviews of this game. I haven't. Not read or watched any reviews or anything like that. But I imagine the reviews probably pointed to some common themes, one of which being, the dungeons they're all right, but they're not great. And they did get better towards the end of the base game. However, they did leave something to be desired, at least in my opinion. And so I'm wondering if they really took that feedback to heart for the DLC and tried to sort of adjust accordingly. And so far, I would say, yes, this does actually seem... Sorry, friend. I heard a ambush in process and got a bit suspicious. But yes, of course, the first dungeon you go to might seem great, but then if they continue to just reuse the same dungeon type with very little variation, how frame rate just, again, died of death, basically. If they continue to reuse the same elements, it can become a bit tedious. So we're off to a good start, in other words, but it is possible that it might still be problematic for similar reasons as in the base game. Ooh. Oh, please, not the jar, anything but that. I promise I won't do it again. I swear, a living saint surely I'll be. Please forgive me. You must forgive me, please. I accidentally did a little bit of improv there. Okay, so these people are being shoved into the jars, obviously. Oh, gosh darn it. Okay, I take back everything I said about enjoying this dungeon thus far. More platforming was not on my wish list. It's not what I was asking for. Oh, that's disgusting. Oh my goodness. Okay, so they really... I'll say they did a great job building on the sort of horrifying aspect of the jars that I felt like they could have done a little bit more in the base game. My goodness, that was terrifying. Oh, geez. The soldiers who joined the crusade were rewarded with grace aplenty, I think. It's very similar to the description we've already read, if not the same. Why is it always monster? Alright, nowhere to go but down. Oh my goodness, I almost fell. Did these people roll, or did they jump? Oh. It was way off. Okay. Whoop. Yeah, I think you're supposed to jump here first. Of course, there's a bunch of jars at the bottom. Oh, now I see what they were trying to do. They were trying to get over there. Because, of course, there's a chest there. Gosh darn it. Okay, so I guess there is an alternate path. Oh, I don't want to fight a bunch of jars. Oh, there's an item there. Whoops. Hi, jar friends. Okay, they don't seem aggressive, which always makes me happy. Oh, gosh darn it. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Okay, that hurt a lot. If I don't like it, I mean, I'm terrified of it, but I actually do like it. Yeah, really imaginative and horrifying. The best, worst way possible. Classic FromSoft. Okay, this is that large bridge we saw from up top. We'll have to remember to go back up to the start so that we can get that chest. Oh, gosh darn it. You can see they have white hair. Frightening, my goodness. I almost rolled off the edge there. Oh, that's terrifying. I'm surprised that, honestly, they're portrayed as being somewhat humanoid to begin with. I suppose the ghost really telegraphed that with the, you know, please not in the jar or anything but that, because of course people are being shoved into the jars. But like, I suppose they're being shoved, the horror is that they're, oh shoot. Again, I read messages but don't process them. Okay, we really have to. Yeah, I'm all over the place today. But important things are important. A ladder ahead, therefore, try up. It's so stupid. Oh, and now I've totally lost my train of thought. Whatever the heck I was talking about previously. But the jar friends, yeah, that the ghost telegraphed that people were being shoved into jars, and then I suppose they were being shoved into jars in conjunction with just a whole bunch of meat, miscellaneous meat. Oh, that was huge. My goodness. Okay, this is a jar maze. I never thought I would see the day. I should say that's a phrase I never thought I would utter. How do I find my way through this jar maze? Wow, okay, yeah. They've definitely taken on board the feedback about the dungeons, I think, because this is quite elaborate. So before we proceed over there, let's make sure that we've found everything there is to find in this jar maze. Oh, leave me alone. Ooh, wow, I didn't think we could make that jump. Hefty cracked pot, thank you. Oh, okay. Nice jump, friend. Well done. Innard meat. Scraps of flesh for filling great jars. Rancorous spirits cling to the pinkish red, twitching meat. Throw at enemies to inflict damage. This is what becomes of the condemned, who get sliced up and stuffed into jars to become saints instead. What? The last 3 words of that sentence don't make any sense to me. They get sliced up and placed into jars to become saints instead. Like, instead of what? Greater Potentate's Cookbook. Oh, that's... I'm very lucky to dodge that somehow. It's like 90% of my success in that boss fight previously was... Oh, thank you. Panic rolls. Just constantly panicking and dodging. Panic, dodge, panic, dodge. Eventually I did get a hang of the sort of the flow and the timing of the boss fight, but yeah. I can't say I didn't enjoy it, but I wouldn't say I enjoyed it either. But obviously, as always, it's a nice feeling once you finally defeat the boss. This really is a maze. A record of crafting techniques of the Greater Potentate, who roamed lands near and far. Haunted by the grotesque practice of his village of birth, he stuffed great pots with all manner of things. Acquire the knowledge to craft the following: hefty freezing pot. Craftable item prepared using a capacious cracked pot. A cocktail of frozen materials is sealed inside. Throw at enemies to cause a large buildup of frost. Okay. Not a lot else there. This is another item there. Anything else up here before we jump down? Doesn't look like it. Okie dokie, I think that's everything. Yeah, I'm satisfied. I don't know why I'm bothering picking these things up. I never craft anything anyway. So, yeah. Anyways, let's proceed. Thankfully, the little jars are not aggressive. This big one is, of course. Living char shard and raw meat. Oh, uh-oh. Okay, sorry, HR friends. I didn't mean to kill your friend. Well, I did, but I didn't want to. It was going to attack me, so I didn't really have much of a choice, unfortunately. Oh, stop it. No. Oh, that's bad. Oh, this is bad. Let's back up for a second here. All right. I've seen you friends jump. You jumped up. One of those friends jumped up onto the pots in the other room. Are they really just not going to jump now? Like, not that I'm complaining, but geez, friends, come on. This one in the pot is like, what's going on? Where is he? What's happening? I can hear arrows. Oh. Throwing pieces at me? All right. You know, that works for me. Oh. What the heck? When you turn the camera, it looks like they're falling. Must be a new feature because, yeah, although, or maybe it's just a bug because, yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen that before. Feature bug, that's always the question. All right. Oh. Oh, I deserve that. I totally deserve that. I'm not even going to pretend like I didn't. Gosh darn it. Alright, we have a sacrificial twig equipped, because I think there were something like 200,000 runes on our person there, so I'd rather not lose those. But we'll have to remember to unequip it. Oh, missed an item over here. Oh, Thawfrost boluses. It's my kind of bolus. Now, the question is, do we try for the chest? I think we do, because we have the sacrificial twig equipped anyway. Okay, good start. But now from here, where the heck do we go? Because that's too high. Forgot I had those on the hotbar. Yeah, that's much too high. Okay. So it has to be here. Yeah, I guess we don't need to roll. Good stuff. I did it! Sorry, friends. Oh, gosh darn you. Whoops. Oh no. Whew. Still waiting for the mimic. They didn't do it during the base game, but I'm still waiting for it in the DLC. Convinced it's going to happen at some point. This is not smart. I don't know why I'm doing this. I guess I'm getting a bit impatient. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. I've forgotten where to go. I don't know why I'm doing this. I've cornered myself. I don't know why I did this. Honestly, I don't know why I did this. Did I really jump down there last time? I feel like that's too far. Everything is more difficult when you're panicking, of course. So let's see. Where the heck did I go? Okay, I'm confused. That had to have been the way forward. Alright, that's gotta be a bug. Let's try it. Oh! Okay, that's a bug. That's really annoying. Not the first time I've encountered that type of bug either. In Elden Ring, I should say. No need to go through that whole thing again. Here we are, and there are the runes. Oh, I need to change my talisman. Oh, that hurts. I don't even remember what I had on now. Sure, that works. Okay, again, apologies if you're lactose intolerant, but I'm not bothered by it. A little bit of cheese, that is. Just to even out the odds a little bit. Get out of the way. Nice of you to sacrifice yourself for your larger pot friend there, but I don't think he needs your assistance. It's very curious that elsewhere they have no problem jumping over things. I know I'm just doing the same thing that got me killed last time. Like, karmically, that is, but I'm okay with that. Oh, what the heck? That was a homing shot. We're gonna have no flash by the time we get to the boss. was holding my controller with one hand there. I really should have been paying more attention. Okay, don't attack him while jumping this time over a gap. That was so ridiculously dumb. Alright, all is well with the world again. Okay, that's interesting. I see a lot of bloodstains, though. Oh yeah, well, of course. Person was trying to jump down at the wrong spot. Unless that's the way forward, but it looks like it might just be like... Might be... Oh, there's the boss fog, okay. My worry is, if we jump down there, how the heck do we get back up? Gosh darn it. Okay, let's go for it. Oh. That's interesting. Oh, okay. Whoops. Oh, sadness. I actually didn't need to fight that jar friend earlier. Okay, whoa, what the heck? Never seen anything like that before. Oh, I hate platforming so much. Okay. Oh, gosh darn it. This is a massive dungeon. Oh, it's one of these like... Oh. Never mind. Oh, hello, friend. Okay. Now I remember what item I had. Stamina recovery, green turtle shell, in this talisman slot. Great jar. A great jar which fits comfortably over the head when upturned, a attire of the shamans who perform their worship at jails. Increases the power of thrown pots of all sizes. They offer their prayers to the innards of the great jars, such that they might be reborn one day into sainthood. This is the cycle of death and rebirth taken into the hands of mortal men. Such that they might be reborn one day into sainthood. Okay, so that item earlier, I was questioning that last line, which I felt didn't make any sense. It was here, I think. Yeah, stuffed into jars so they might become saints instead. So it's a sort of religious belief that they have. Okie dokes. So I assume we just return from here. Okay. Okay, easy enough. Makes sense. And now on to the boss. Please tell me there's a stake. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Marika. I don't know why you're in the Shadow Realm, but I appreciate it. Okay, we should use a rune arc. Just in case. Yeah, I don't think we're going to survive this. Demi-Human Swordmaster Onze. Stamina management. Oh, that hurts. Well played, Ons. Thank you, panic dodges. Oh, I thought I could backstab on there. Well, you know, it's a good thing we got boluses equipped. Give me them boluses, thank you. Demi-Human Swordsman Yosh. Ashen remains in which spirits yet dwell, used to summon the spirit of Yosh, the Demi-Human Swordsman. Onze, a master swordsman who devoted himself to the star-lined sword, realized that only ruin awaited at the end of the procession of stars, and imprisoned himself in order to forestall it. However, Yosh, an apprentice who absorbed his technique, stubbornly refused to heed his master's word, and spent his entire life at his side in defiance of his self-imposed seclusion. Only ruin awaited at the end of the procession of stars. Okay, there's a lot to unpack there. I'm going to have to think about that, but yeah, good dungeon. I enjoyed that a lot, actually. So, obviously there's a starry sort of particle effect throughout the entire dungeon, so that's interesting, something to keep in mind. But it looks like that's a dead end. And you know, I think that's probably as good a place as any other. So thank you all very, very much for joining me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.